In which case, we may as well just go live if it decides it's going to shit itself. Well, hi everyone. Are we? Lola. What, mine? Personally? Shall I pull the microphone in then? Is that better? I can't go any higher. Turn your volumes up. Hang on, guys. Someone speak. We're getting no audio from... It's you guys. Hang on.
Yeah, Twitch feed or not, or whether it's just in my ears.
I think we're sorted now.
Yeah, just turn up the volume in Zoom, maybe.
Did someone say something?
Ooh. Hello. Good evening, guys. While Mark tries to figure out the technical issues,
I put headphones in because I can't hear over Lindsay's typing.
and we barely can hear you, Mark. So, have you tried fiddling with the audio settings in Zoom? Is it set too high?
Shall I have a look? Audio settings. My microphone. No, it's not. It released itself, but it's on automatically adjust. So
that's better. Sounds better.
Am I better for everyone?
Oh,
much better.
Despite the fact that we can hear you, you have the volume has gone up.
I just figured out why I was hearing everybody back. I was checking my Twitch feed and going, hang on a minute, why is that not working? I realised I'd set YouTube up in the background.
Yeah, I've done that before. Well, good evening to David, to Alex, to Ben Vapes, Gareth, Matt, Fee is here. Oh, we have a visit from Israel. Hello, Shy. Erev Tov, as they say there. Mike is here. And that's about the ones I can see. Yeah, and welcome to the guys over watching over on YouTube. Andrew, at least.
Hello to Andrew. Yeah, Andrew is over on there.
Well, we have 6 viewers, so 5 viewers. Maybe that's us.
It's not me. I've not even clicked it.
Oh.
So and Michael Perkins, Mr. Nips, thanks for joining us again for the second time in a row.
You're very welcome. I was not busy.
Oh, Diddy is here.
Has Cass lost weight?
Oh.
Just sorting everything out. We have to keep traditions. So you're back. You're back, Diddy. Give us everything with the angle grinder. Yeah, we asked Michael if he wanted to come back this time as like
as a host
the show, as a part to just being like a guest of topic last week. What did you do to Ben now?
He was laughing at Diddy being timed out, so I thought, I'd share the love.
Ben,
it's only fair.
First rule of Vape Talk: you do not laugh about Diddy being timed out.
No, we can do that. That's for us to do.
Oh, Ali is here. Welcome, Ali. Is Karen with you?
She's shaved. He's shaved.
Oh.
You know what? You're actually almost a spitting image of a friend of mine who used to be a copper who now runs a locksmith business. And honestly,
Hang on, a copper that now runs a locksmith business.
yeah, funny that.
Okay.
And you're not far off a spitting image. He turned 50 this week, so he's obviously got a few years on you, but you are almost. I'll show you a photo later. Honestly,
I'm more thinking like one of the characters from Benny Hill, but maybe that's just me.
David, I thought that. Is that a full bottle of red wine you're necking?
No, it's actually a bottle of St. Peter's Gatekeeper Golden Ale.
It does look
It's
like
in
a
a
bottle
wine
of red
bowl.
wine.
It's
does.
It's a very ornate
That's
bottle.
very weird. It looks like one of like a half a liter whiskey bottle or something like that, like a bourbon.
Well, it's filled with whiskey, yeah, but you know.
How's everybody's week been?
My past couple of weeks have been. There are no words. There are
Okay.
actually no
Fair
words
play.
to describe
And
my
now
past few
welcome
weeks.
to even more lockdown. So
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got a week off this week. I thought I'd book a bit of time off, so I've got some time off with the kids, so we could, go out, do a few things. Friday was my last day of work, so my time off started on Saturday, just as we entered Tier 3.
Nice. That's just what you want.
So
you get to literally spend time with the kids.
yeah, literally.
Quality time.
Yeah. Had an excuse this morning. We went out to the optician, took my daughter to the opticians. She broke her glasses. They gave her a replacement, used the same lenses, and managed to put the lenses in the opposite eyes.
How's that even possible? That doesn't work.
With her glasses, apparently so. I looked at the glasses and went, "There's no way you can get them the wrong way round."
do
But
it.
it's
Are they round?
deceptive.
Are they round
Apparently
or
they can.
something? That's the
They're-
only way it could.
They're kind of funny. Either way, they were interchangeable. So yeah, they got them the wrong way round. So we had to go in again today. But she'd been in isolation for a fortnight, so she's had to wait a fortnight before we could actually go to the opticians anyway.
when they do something like that.
Oh, but there you go.
Oh, we actually, we do have a rather full, jam-packed schedule for you tonight.
I've actually read the show notes.
Wow.
Chandler's here on time. He's read the show notes. He's shaved his head. What?
Yeah, look, done the hair too. Look.
It's funny what boredom does to you.
I'm just saying 2020, it's the year that keeps on surprising.
No, it's literally a few days off and not being able to go anywhere.
I think actually, Diddy has a point. I think did you shave your head with the angle grinder?
Don't know. The missus did it. She could have been using anything.
Imagine.
But what are you vaping on, Chandler?
Right, my setups this week. I've got my trusty billet box. I've got clear panels. I've got clear panels on both sides this time. Look. Ooh.
Why did you put that sticker on?
You got a sticker.
I got a sticker. Why did I get the sticker on? Because look, everybody else's billet box, it says billet box vapor and the year and shit on it. And because mine's really old, it doesn't have any of that. And I'm looking at it going, that looks really boring.
Right,
So,
when I send your
I've stuck that
package out, I'm gonna make you a sticker.
Yeah.
Will you use it?
Okay.
You can't
I'll
use it in
use-
front of the
look.
kids, but
If you make me a sticker that'll fit in here, then yeah, I'll stick it in there.
Oh,
Are you?
Be careful
You
what you
promise
look for.
that because I have some stickers that I.
shall we go?
Well, like
I
Mark
think
just
Mark
said.
might have a smock sticker.
Shall we go full sparkly
Oh
pink?
yeah.
Oh no,
Oh.
not sparkly
No,
pink.
cut
No,
him a
no, no,
unicorn.
no, no, no,
Cut
no.
him a unicorn, Mark.
Maybe. Bit of proper garish.
Oh yeah.
Let's not and say we did, eh?
What I'll do, I'll cut out an image of a vulva for you.
Okay.
I said vulva, not Volvo. Don't get excited.
Oh, sorry. I thought it. Yeah.
Sorry, interrupted.
Oh yeah, so because I've put that sticker on it, I kind of felt compelled to put the vape shell inside it. I've actually been trying out the Northbridge in it. I bought some Nord coils. I actually went into a shop and bought Nord coils, and the 0.6 mesh coils are surprisingly not shit.
Nice.
Yeah, nice restricted direct lung without having to mess about with any airflow options on your billet box.
Sorry to interrupt. I don't get this newfangled. What's this? It was either mouth to lung, direct lung. When did there become an in between?
What was that? What?
You've got mouth to lung. You've got direct lung.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
One's like a cigarette. One's not. At
Yeah.
what
One's
point
more
did
like a
someone
shisha.
go? I know. Let's do a 0.5. Let's go in between the two and do a restricted direct lung, or an airy mouth to lung. Or when did that become a thing?
I think it became a thing because some thought that clouds bro and let's chuck it mouth to lungy style that it wasn't suiting them. So, but something in between was.
I think it came in because you used to have tanks where all the tanks that I had, I invariably had the airflow at least halfway closed off. But now you're getting tanks that are that airflow to start with. So to differentiate it from the fully open airflow, I suppose they class themselves as a restricted direct lung.
All right, I'm bored now. Carry on.
Okay.
Do you not own any RDL stuff
No.
then, Mark? No.
It's just a pointless necessity. It's not even a necessity. It's just you either want bare clouds, bro, or
It's kind of like, well, I was going to bring the other one out. I keep flitting on the. I've got my SVB dual parallel squonk that I've been picking up now and again. I keep flitting between this and the OATI on the top, and I would class those as a restricted direct lung because they're not fully clouds, bro, are they? But no one would say that was restricted direct lung, would they?
Yeah. I mean, I think a clear distinction would be with DL, you could literally breathe through the ATI, whereas with an RDL, you'd struggle. That's probably the cut-off point.
I like that. Yeah.
Like for example, with the Kennedy, I could just breathe like this.
Yeah, you'd struggle. Yeah.
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 There you
my
go.
other one.
That's the definition.
That's the differentiation. Yeah, and I've got my Vape Giant and mouth to lung. I just keep messing around with the billet box at the moment, mainly. So I've got the what's the other Karma Bridge? There you go. I've got the Karma Bridge that I've been using that as direct lung, and I just occasionally whip the borrow out and put the mouth to lung borrow in it, which is quite handy.
How do you find the screws on the Karma Bridge?
Do you mean the
The little shitty fucking hex screws that I hate.
teeny tiny hex screws? I didn't actually
Like
have
0.7 mil or something, I think.
It's 0.9, and
Was
I
it
know
0.9?
that. Yeah, it's 0.9, and I know that because I got it. It didn't have a hex key with it, and I'm like, I can't use it.
The one that comes with it is atrocious, so... Yeah.
Is it? No.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Mark just sent me a link and went, here's one on Amazon, buy that, and it's a proper screwdriver with with the right size hex key
Oh,
on there.
is it a wearer by any chance?
A wearer. I think it probably is.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. Mark, nod. Just yeah, okay, yeah, it is.
I think Mads has a point to some extent talking about discussing mouth to lung, restricted direct lung. I think it's just a matter of these are like the three main categories of vaping because then you have all the individual ones. So okay, I like to have 0.6 on half open airflow, on total open airflow, 0.3 on almost closed, depending. So there are so many variations, but the three main ways of vaping aren't just direct lung, mouth to lung. It's also now we have a mid section in between that's called restricted direct lung, I would say.
I used to know someone that used to smoke his cigarettes direct lung style.
What?
Yeah. He would smoke his cigarette. He would literally just on his cigarette. He wouldn't suck it into his cheeks and do a mouth to lung. He literally would take
drill a hole through the middle?
and he was on Regals.
Christ.
Wow.
Yeah. He smoked Regals and direct lunged them. I'm like, okay.
Don't upset him, Matt. Don't upset him.
Yeah, shh. Don't mention.
Ishne on the Agley.
Don't mention the like.
So I haven't mentioned any liquids whatsoever. Basically, I've got my Kiwi one on the go, and I've got peach iced tea from Darkstar, and I've got my own homebrew custard, my sort of a custard flavour that might have Capella V1 in it.
Yay!
There you go. So, Mark, what are you vaping on, mate?
I've actually got a bunch in front of me tonight.
Yeah?
Still on the roulettes and the bloody pylon. Just finishing off the liquid gold that came with the bar. And I've got to say, the juice tastes a hell of a lot better in the bar than it does in a tank.
Hey, really?
Tastes nothing like it does in the bar.
Which is better? The bar's better. The bar does look like it's got a proper coil in it, though, doesn't it? Rather than a...
Dunno.
Anyway.
Dunno. But, yeah, finishing that off. Dug out the Enduro earlier with all this squat nonsense going on at the moment. So
Mouth to lung version, though, isn't it?
yeah, mouth to lung.
Yeah.
Ben is asking who on the panel liked red pill. Well, it was definitely not me.
I've never tried it. No.
I mean, neither, to be fair.
Mark didn't like it either, even though it was okay to vape. It wasn't that bad, but definitely.
Is it like a menthol? Is it?
It's a mint.
No, I would, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, it's a crossing between toothpaste and medicine.
Well, which brand of toothpaste? Because some are quite nice.
Some spearminty thingy, not one of those like sparkly kit things.
Yeah.
It's so bad that I didn't even want to ruin any cotton by vaping it.
Wow. Why the hype for it then?
I don't know, but
I think it's
but
because
I'm picky as hell. So
It's like the lemon crack. I have tried it. I've had about a puff from somebody else's vape.
no, but the funny thing
that tastes like the profile on that is lemon lockets.
yeah.
I mean, who eats lemon lockets for fun? You only have lemon lockets when you've got a cold, streaming sore throat.
They're nice.
It's like
I only buy them then, but then I will literally eat them like sweets if I have a packet. Just because of that.
But to compare, I have a friend who likes to vape the juice called Deer 2 from Horny Flavor, which is like a spearmint toothpaste kind of thing. He likes that. I gave him that bottle to try, and he was like, ugh. Because I knew he liked the Deer 2, that maybe there's something for him, but he was like, no, that's horrible medicine. So,
Yeah.
but maybe when you vape it, you get some of the berry flavor that's supposedly in there. I don't know.
I mean, Matt says that it smells like tramp's piss. So
It's not nice smelling.
no,
There are so many liquids that smell awful.
there are.
Does anyone remember Zeus Juice? They did one called Tooth Fairy.
I've not had that one.
And to me, it tasted like Colgate. It was just Colgate. It was supposed to be a lemonade.
kind of makes-
Huh?
I was
With
going
the
to say,
name,
it
it
kind
sort of
of
suggests it.
makes sense if it's called
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy, that it tastes like toothpaste.
I'd not even considered that.
Yeah,
Really?
that was my first thought. To be fair,
What was the profile supposed to be?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay.
Aquafresh.
It really was. It was just. It wasn't pretty at all. It was just like. It was just wrong, in my opinion. Just completely
Not nice.
not nice at all. And in the Enduro, I am vaping on RY Hoare. Finishing off my last drizzle of Fred Astaire in the Reaper. Battery's gone. And was sent something new last week, whenever it was, from our friends at Waterfo, and we'll be talking about that in a little while.
Indeed.
Martin?
So this week I dug out my Blue Juma Madtech Squonker.
Oh, nice.
Skyfall on top. And
Is that blue, Martin?
It's not green.
No. Nice. Very nice.
I actually had to check the bottle, but I can instantly tell that it was Miyako Forest Fruit. So filled up the bottle with that again, because it was halfway full. Then I also went back to my cranium squonker, my capsula, put the Vena on top, and fill in some more Miyako just. Apricot.
Nice.
Yeah. The rest I'm vaping on. I'm gonna save that for later because it's like a trio that I'm gonna talk about later in the show. So I'm not gonna reveal exactly what it is, because that will be covered later. But it's some parts. Yeah. Perkins.
Only the two for me tonight. I've got the Danny 21700 with the Patty Bum Bum Unleashed on top. In that
700. Oh, sorry, carry on.
engraved cap as well, of course, because I'm a tart. So, and I've also got some of the Turk here. Don't know if any of you have ever tried that into tobaccos.
That's James.
It's
isn't
like
it?
I think the base of it's like a naturally extracted tobacco. It's got some biscuit and nuts in there. It's also got a bit of a floral note to it as well. Very nice, but it's very, very steeped. Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've got his raspberry mint tea, which is
Oh, is that nice?
That's very nice mouth to lung. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm vaping that on there at about 13 watts with the tightest possible airflow, which I'll hopefully we get time. I'll go into the my comments on this little thing, and then also I've got the Kennedy as well, about a 0.11 build in there, and that's got some of that in it.
You're still enjoying that?
Yeah, that's the same thing. And that lip tip, it just does my head in.
Lip
but
tip.
you really,
What,
it's
that?
a lip tip.
I
It's
like
very
it.
comfortable. It's like
Is
it's
it?
really comfortable.
It's tiny.
It is tiny, but it just works. It just works.
You're pretty much like swallowing the entire RDA as well. So
Yeah, you could easily, yeah. But no, that's pretty much all I'm vaping on today.
It's almost like you needn't bother. You might as well take that drip tip out and just stick the whole thing.
Stop.
no, not like that. That could cause damage potentially.
Good evening.
I don't like my lips touching the top of the RDA particularly.
But I would say it never gets hot or even slightly warm, so you don't really notice it.
Okay. Because I mean, especially if it's a dripper like you got and you're at 0.11.
Yeah.
Caps tend to get warm.
I mean, I find with some 510 drip tips, I do tend to do that. I'll literally put the whole RDA in my mouth, like say the Karma RDA. It literally so easy to do. But with this, because it's wider, it's a bit harder to do that. So, yeah.
We'll let you off.
Matt says you haven't built it low enough then.
If it doesn't get hot, you haven't built it low enough.
Right then. Anybody of you got some highs and lows from the past week that you want to share? Anything shitty, anything nice, anything good, anything horrible?
God, I'll make a start then.
Go on.
Me.
Your name's first on the show notes. Look, see, I have read them.
Is it? Martin was first, isn't it?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Have we
Bollocks.
Have we seen the dot mission?
Yes.
Oh yes, I briefly. Yeah. It's like a new kind of vape shell for the dot mod.
I've also seen the evil one today as well.
For the dot?
EVO. This looks like the billet one, to be honest.
But just a bit skinnier.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty plain and simple deck.
Do that many people have .aios?
Yeah, I think so.
I was waiting for a deck picture.
There's your deck.
I used to have 2, but sold them.
Ooh, that's quite a big deck for something like that.
I like the detail of the relief cut for the wire.
Yeah.
I don't like the flatheads though.
No.
I mean, it
Could be worse.
My opinion, it's better than Philips. I know Allen keys are to be preferred, but
I prefer a good quality Phillips screw, and I'm happy. Yeah, as long as it's not cheap and it won't strip easily, then yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of the issue in general. Then flatheads, you are more prone to not have some that would start wiggling, whereas the Philips ones, there is a big chance you're gonna get some that are gonna start bending very easily. It's just a bigger risk. So yeah, Alex wants more torque heads.
Yes, there's not enough Torx heads in vaping now.
There's not. My other thing this week, and I'm sorry, it's got to be the downside. The Bushido V3.
What?
Don't even know what that is.
What's the Bushido V3?
The BP mods Bushido 3 RDA.
Oh, so that's the one where you went from it's nice till you figured out that you could pop open the lid and then it was suddenly
Got a flip cap.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember the Mad Hatter?
Yeah. The RDTA.
Anyone remember the Mad Hatter from?
Yeah, RDTA.
No, it was an RDA.
No, it wasn't RDTA.
No. We used to stop.
They made an RDTA as well.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
With the same flip top hat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They did do an RDTA version. My apologies.
That's
It's not far off. Look,
It's not, is it?
just looks a bit flimsier.
At least Mad Hatter had a honeycomb spit bag.
Spit guard. Yeah. Spit guards are always good. They don't work.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just thinking this is gonna go loose so quickly. Same as what happened with the Mad
Are
Hatter.
there any photos of what it looks like with the lid closed? Does it have like a little lip where where it pivots on the outside?
No, I've not got anything other than that, to be honest.
I think the Mad Hatter did look a bit top hatty. It got a bit of a
Yeah.
It quickly
rim.
got, and that's the issue with
because you could just pop it,
and you
because
would
you've got
end
that
up
rim.
really like literally just pop, close, because you could.
I would fiddle with that something chronic.
Yeah.
I'd just be there.
Yeah.
Especially if they could get it to make a nice little noise as you did it. Annoy the hell out of my missus. I'm bad enough with the doors on the billet box.
Oh, horrible.
I just sit there and do that, which is terrible. So thanks, Matt, for the leather case, because that stops me doing it.
Good deal. Right, was that it, Mark?
Yep, that's it.
So I have no picture for my low this week, but my low this week is that I got a letter from customs after something that was sent to me had been with customs for like 10 days. I finally received a stupid old-fashioned letter saying, "We don't know what's in your shipment. Please tell us details and provide blah, blah, blah." It's a lovely guy from Israel who sent me some liquids that he has made. And
Nice.
suddenly they wanted value and shit like that. And I sent them descriptions showing what it is and the value and blah, blah, blah on Wednesday last week. And, again, nothing has happened. They have my contact information, everything. Just so fucking
You'll get another letter through second class post in a
we
week
don't
or so.
accept your explanation. Yeah, something like that.
It's like, sorry, could you explain what you're going to use it for?
Yeah. So that's the low that they still haven't fucking even released that. No, but they have my email now, so they can contact me by email.
Well, they can, but they'll send you a letter because it's
probably. My high for the week is well, first of all, one high is that after many months, I finally was able to separate my engine top cap. I have tried that so many times and lost patience, and I don't know why I suddenly. Yeah.
WD-40 by any chance?
No, just I don't know, patience for once. I
Brute
think.
force and ignorance.
Yeah.
The
For my
hammer.
other high, I want to share something with you. But Mark, you can't show this. You just only show the first picture, the one with the yellow in it.
Oh, I can't remember which one's which now. Hang on, let me just double check. Martin, high one.
So for a while now, I've known that some crazy guy from down in Israel, he's been working on a mod. And just today, they finally got their asses together and made a group. And this is what I'm allowed to show you. So this is a prototype render of their first mod called the Hades. Group is called the End Designs. It's 3 Israeli guys, and go join if you want. I put the group in the chat. Very early stages. See what happens. And I've already tormented them that of course they're going to be on the show, and they were like, "No, but we have to have a finished product and whatnot." So I said, "We don't care about that." So next week, maybe. But yeah.
Are we not sharing the second image then?
No. I was asked to wait a little bit on that. So, but if you go in the group, you can see that picture, which I wasn't allowed to show. So, hey ho. That's
shit.
my high. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Nothing.
Okay.
Go give the group a follow, and yeah, you can always leave again if you don't like it. But yeah, 3 cool guys from Israel doing some modding shizzle.
Are they sort of brand new to making vape stuff then, are they?
Well, yeah, it is their first like hardware.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Look out for it.
Oh, is that J? I always forget. Is that J FSTXP Perkins? Is that J?
Let's have a look. Yes, I think it is. Yeah. Yes,
Jay,
it would be.
you've missed the Patty Boom Boom handshake yet. We'll get back to it later, I think.
Yes.
Perkins, any highs and lows of the week?
Highs would probably be. Have you got that first image, Mark? That's
The highs.
Yes. Yeah, it would be basically getting back into MTL vaping, which I sort of had a break from for a couple of months, with the Patty Bum Bum Unleashed.
Well, it is a new week, so.
It's a new week, so it's a new style of vaping, Martin. You know, and there's only 3, so I think there should be more styles really to accommodate my
RRDL, RMTL,
yeah,
MTL.
MTL, yeah.
This
MLTL.
the whole Patty Bum Bum thing's stuck, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's what it's called. That is just what it's called now. It just makes sense. But yeah, hopefully I'll get a chance to go into this a bit more later. But if you want a tight MTL with really good flavour, you're best off getting the original version rather than this one, which is all I'll say. But nevertheless, it still does offer really, really good flavour for a tight MTL, but it just isn't quite as good as the original. But yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot. So that's probably my high for the week, I would say.
It's not a cheap setup either, is it?
No, it's not, no. And as I'll go into later, they could have so easily made it better for tight MTL out of the box. Yeah, I won't go into it anymore now, but yeah, they could have very easily made it better. But yeah, it's a very nice, the machining on it is top notch, it really is. But yeah, so that's my high. My low, and my low isn't really aimed at anyone in particular, it's just that it's been pissing me off this week is oversteeped fucking juice. I've got tons of it. I've got like litres of oversteeped juice and it just destroys coils in like 2 hours. And it's been pissing me off this week. There you go.
You take one look at it, you know it's going to taste amazeballs, but you know you're going to be having to change your cotton every 6 hours.
Yeah, that's the problem. And it does, yeah, don't get me wrong, it tastes great for a few hours. And then after that, it just looks like a raisin inside your atty. So, yeah.
Yeah.
As see on the picture, yeah.
Yeah, well, that coil is all gunked up.
Yeah, that's from, that's probably about not even a day, about 12 hours, like from last night just before I went to bed, I re-whipped it. And yeah, that's pretty bad for that long, but that's been pissing me off.
Pixel says steeping increases sweetener content. Who'd have thunk it?
There you go.
And Pixel is also commenting on Chandler doing his memoirs of a vapist, apparently.
What? Doing what?
Pixel is commenting like that apparently you're typing your Amazon ebook memoirs of a vapist while on stream.
No, I'm not. I'm just sitting here fiddling with my door.
It's
Sorry.
not the keyboard, it's just the stupid box.
It's so rapid it sounds like keys, but it's actually
Oops. Yeah. Oh, I've got high.
Do I have a limit for it?
Went to Rotherham Town Centre.
classy.
The other day. Oh, aye, Rotherham, lovely, love it, love Rotherham.
Close to Scunthorpe or Swindon?
Close to it's not that closer to Scunthorpe than
Near
Swindon.
Sheffield, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just north of Sheffield, isn't it?
Basically, where I am, I live on the border of Sheffield, Barnsley, and Rotherham.
Apparently, that's a high for Pixel that you went to Rotherham.
Yeah. I went to Rotherham Town Centre. No, look, while I was there, I noticed that all of the vape shops, because we walked around the town centre of Rotherham, it's a bit of a hole. It's not a brilliant town centre. All of the
There are better sound sensors out there.
Did you manage to get a photograph of Rotherham Town Centre from the 70s?
Yeah.
No.
It looks exactly the same.
That's not from the 70s. If you look at the cars, they're actually modern cars.
Okay. Yeah, it still
sorry,
looks,
Riyadh.
that's okay.
So yeah, Effingham Square looks exactly the same as it did back in 1974.
Yeah, if you got an identical photo from then, there would be no change.
No
Even the
change.
same cars.
Yeah, same colour cars. Well, I needed some cotton, and I thought I'm not ordering a bag of cotton off the internet. I'm going into town. I'll just nip into a vape store. All of the vape shops that I'd been in Rotherham are not there anymore. Literally, they're either shut, boarded up, or completely different shops. So I thought, well, there was one in the market. I'll go into the market. So I don't usually shout out shops, but Electric Vape in Rotherham has been in the market in Rotherham Market since 2012. It was one of the first vape shops. Okay, it's a stall in the market, but it's an indoor market. It's more of a open shop than a stall, if you know what I mean. It was one of the first shops I went to buy stuff from, because I'd been vaping 2 years and they opened. And to go in after COVID to see that they're still going, I was quite impressed.
Did it bring a tear to your eye? Did it make your bottom lip quiver?
It did, and it's the same bloke that's been running it
But
forever.
maybe it's because they've actually been there that many years that they have they are padded for it in some ways.
Yeah.
Whereas like a shop that maybe opened 2 years ago or something, they maybe have too many money floating out and about. By the way, Alex is calling you out. I guess that's what he means by "oi" when you said not ordering off the internet. Oops.
I thought, I just googled Electric Vape's website. It is exactly the same as about 8 years ago. It's exactly the same website. He just keeps changing the content.
Much like their town centre, then.
Pretty much. Yeah. I think there's a bit of a theme with Rotherham, but there we go. So yeah, there you go. I thought I'd throw that one in as a high.
Cool. Oh yeah, it's nice to see that some of the old, like the OG, they still survive, because often you see them being like thrown over by newer shops who bring down the price, etc., etc.
It's been the newer shops that are the dedicated shops that are like on the high street that have come and disappeared.
Yeah.
And he's just ploughed through them all. So I got my cotton, and that's where I got my Nord coils from. So,
What cotton did you get?
I didn't have much of a choice. I wandered in and went, "Can I have some cotton, please?" And obviously, I think he sells more stock coils than rebuildable supplies.
Yeah.
He just went, "Yeah, got some down here. Here you go, cotton bacon prime." I'll do. It's all right.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been worse. Could have been normal cotton bacon.
Yeah,
No, the normal cotton bacon's better than the prime. The prime's manky.
I've literally only rewicked. That's all I've rewicked with the prime so far, and it's doing all right.
I'm betting you have a PM from Alex now. Double oil.
Yeah.
Prime has silica strands. No.
Yeah, that's why it's scratchy. It's horrible.
Oh, okay. I've changed my mind. Then I don't like it anymore. I'm going to take it back. What was the stuff I got? I got some stuff that was. It was. I can't remember what it's called now. Fiber. It was called fiber something, and it was just silica. There was no cotton in it whatsoever. Oh, it was horrible.
That's
Absolutely awful.
Oh, what was it called? I'm sure I've had that before. Fiber. Is it just called or fiber wick or something?
Yeah. Cotton Gods is what I usually get.
Well, Fiber Freaks is cellulose, so it's not silica. But that's all.
You see, for me,
Jimmy keeps going on about that white stuff.
Fuzz,
awesome.
Cloud9, awesome. And I still don't
Pixel,
think
it may be horrible, but For me, there's no comparison.
You still can't beat Shake and Vape.
What's that?
I don't even know if you
That
can get it
Muji.
anymore.
Where'd you get that from?
Fuck knows, I've had it donkey's years.
What was that one you had, Martin?
Shake and Vape.
Hyper Freaks.
Ah.
Cellulose.
Yeah, I have had that before and I found it had a bit of a off taste.
To some, when I try something else, and I know I have a very weird flavor profile or taste, it just works for me. And we're not talking the cotton blend thing where they try to mix in cotton. We're talking about the 100% pure cellulose. Just works for me. Can't explain why. Stupid.
Right, shall we move on to I don't know whether to refer to him as Perky or Perkins or what.
Whatever you want.
And, you know...
I'll be what you want me to be.
So let's move on to Cunt's discussion and rant then about the hey, patty bum bum.
Patty bum bum.
Tell us what the issue is, Mike.
Right, so the original one was hands down my favourite tight MTL Atty, easily. It had one.
What's the Atty? Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. It's the what?
The Patty Bulin by Holy Atty.
Right, yeah. Right, okay.
It's
Now
the
I know why
actual
it's
name.
called Patty Bum Bum. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
but from here on out, it will be referred to as Patty Bum Bum.
Right, that's fine. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so the original had a single 1.5mm air hole under the coil and like 4 different adjustment slots on the outside. And you could basically close it down to probably less than a 0.8 draw. Now, even though the air hole under the coil was bigger than on the outside, because the chamber is so tiny, it just gave you amazing flavour. The new version actually has 3 1.2mm holes under the coil. So when you close down the airflow to get, and you can still get a 0.8 draw off it, I think the air pressure is quite low. So you're just not getting that, you know what I mean, that intense flavour off it that you got with the original. Now, if you put that picture up showing that disc, Mark, it will help to explain what I mean. Wait for that to come on.
Oh.
I can't see it yet.
Gosh, you are
Oh, there we
behind.
go. Yeah, I can see it now. Yeah, so you can see there. So the deck sits on top of there and screws on, yeah, and that's also got 3 holes in that's fixed. So what they could have done there is just provided another one of those discs that only had the centre hole in, and they have actually talked on the group about doing that. But that should, for the price, it should have just included it, and then it would have been even better than the original because it would have been even tighter under the coil. But they didn't, and so as it stands for really tight MTL, if you're after a Patty Bum Bum, you're probably best getting the original version. So that
it's basically a very basic disc, right?
Yeah.
With the hole for the screw. It's not like it's some rocket science.
Well, if you go to the next picture, Mark, it sort of shows what it's like underneath that, because the name Patty Bulin, which I didn't know, I found out by Google, is actually something to do with a crucifix. And if you go to the next picture, you'll actually see the sort of cross structure that's below it where the airflow comes in. There you go. So yeah, they could have easily sort of changed it. I mean, that's exactly the same part as far as I can see as on the original. They just should have changed that disc to allow for tighter mouth to lung. But having said that, if you're into loose MTL, or I know Mark doesn't like it, but RDL, then the flavour is absolutely incredible with those. I've tried a few claps in there and it's really, really good. But for tight MTL, which is the only sort of MTL I vape, it's not the best. You're better off getting the original. So that's my sort of little rant, really.
We lost Chandler.
No, he's just messing around with the screen position.
Ah. But yeah, Yeah, I'd still recommend it, but like I say, if you see one of the original ones come up and you're into tight MTL, I'd definitely stick with that personally.
I've been tempted a few times.
Yeah.
I've got so many metal
Because you like tight MTL as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
0.8 is my.
Have you seen? What do you think of the new Squape one? Because I noticed how that does a 0.8. Has got a 0.8 insert, or you can buy one for it.
Arse.
Yes, or the arse.
My problem is with Squape stuff, as great as it is, no doubt, they've just got that shape to them that just. I like them, don't get me wrong. When I've got them and you use them, they're fantastic. I cannot fault them.
Yeah.
My only issue with them is almost. They've got a look, haven't they?
Yeah, it has. It's not the most visually appealing, is it?
Who was it that says like they have to look like a church? Who was
It's
it
like
that
a
said
fucking
that?
cathedral.
Yeah, exactly. It has to look like a church, otherwise it's not a squape. It has to have that squape look of a church or a cathedral.
For me, I've never actually owned one, so that's why I'm interested in getting the arse. We might as well call it arse, seeing as though we're saying Patty Bumble.
You want to get that arse? Okay.
Yeah, I want to get that arse, Martin. Give me that arse. But it's just the fact that it's got the 0.8 under the coil, which you don't often get. I mean, I've seen quite a lot of RTAs recently where it's not the Integra or the Imperial where it's got that disc. And there's quite a few who've got like a weird sort of disc thing or just something different. And all you need is, the diameter that you want under the coil. And there's not too many who cater for really tight MTL that I've seen come out recently, personally.
Riyadh, yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, dwarf, 16 mil.
16 no dwarf. Jobs are good, and that is
Ow. Tiny.
super tight.
Yeah.
Oh.
You've just realised what flavour's inside there, haven't you?
It's got green with envy in there.
No.
And I'd run out. I've literally run out.
Have you run out? Tell me.
half
you
a tank.
donkey.
There you go. Mark's happy.
Why didn't you tell me you run out? I'll
would
send
I?
mine back.
You don't like green with envy? Oh, God.
Well, it's not so much I don't like it, but if he loves it, better he has.
I've never had it. I don't even know what it is.
Blackcurrant and absinthe.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't be put off. Don't be put off. I don't like
No.
absinthe.
It's if you like if you like Heisenberg or Red Astaire, it's of that
No,
ilk.
it's not. It's not at
Yeah,
all.
oh, it's got the
Oh, and Mark
Mentally,
Matt is
but
rubbing
it's-
it
yeah.
in. He just mixed a fresh bottle of green with envy. Cool. Well, thanks for the little comparison, Perkins.
More to follow in the review, of course, Martin.
And you thank us.
Yes.
In addition to what you've just told us, Perkins has actually brought something for us today. And as we usually say, I want to play a game.
I want to play a game.
So
I do.
Perkins
I do.
has actually brought something for Vape Sell Bin. So, yay! I know
Yeah.
it's been a while since we did it, but hope you're up for it because we're gonna do it. Whether you like
Martin's palmed it off to me.
needed some fresh input for that. So, Mark, if you're ready, for those who haven't tried it, what happens is that we show a picture of a setup or a mod or a RDA, and you have three choices. Imagine you're being gifted this for free. You can either choose to vape it, sell it, or get it in the bin. That's the three options you have. You can only choose one as your first thing you would do with it. So yeah, that's it. It's gonna be a poll on the screen. It's gonna be what, 1 minute, Mark?
Yep.
You just type in the number equivalent to what's on the screen. Vape it, sell it, bin it.
There we go. So our first one then is
the Odin Mini.
Ooh.
The Odin Mini, the non DNA version as well. The cheapo version.
Cheapo version.
we're not judging what's on top now.
No, not yet. Not that will come. That will come.
Oh, because if we were, then it was a definite bin for me. But
Well, you might get your chance, Martin. Yeah.
Have we got the poll up?
It's up.
it's up, so you can start voting. Oh, there's a lot of vaping. For those of you watching on YouTube, unfortunately it doesn't work on YouTube. If you want to comment, feel free. We will try to manually add it to the equation. Commenting 1, 2, or 3.
Has the photo already been on before the poll?
Yeah, I can't do them both at the same time.
I see.
So we're talking about the Odin Mini, any color you could imagine, if that makes a difference.
It is, in my opinion, it is a solid mod for the price as well. Half the price of the DNA one, and if you don't use temp control and stuff, then why not?
But that's why I chose sell, because I might as well get a fiver out of it. So
Yeah.
10 or maybe.
Oh come on! It needs the DNA board.
It definitely does.
Yeah, I didn't miss it. I mean, for me, I'm just wattage only, so it didn't really bother me. And the battery and the chip efficiency of the non-DNA one is actually better than the DNA one, so you'll get more battery life.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I look into these things because I'm sad.
Mr.
Was
F.
was the DNA version the C, the color?
Yeah, 75C, yeah.
Okay.
FSTXP trying to put 2 votes in there.
That's
And
great.
I think to be fair, I think he made his first vote. I think it was a little bit early, so I think that's
okay.
You'd bin it.
There we go. So the
I
consensus
was hoping you'd
is
buy it, Jake, but
the consensus is Vape It, 57%.
ooh, there you go.
nice.
You're gonna need
Next
to give me a
item.
second.
Ugly mod, a box with slots. Yeah.
Pretty
And
much.
the original Odin is even bigger.
I know. It's ridiculously big, the original.
The original was huge.
Yeah.
So next up then we have
The topside dual carbon. Framed in the
Ugh.
best possible image I could find to show it off. That's its best side. I basically just use that for my sort of building mod because it's really wide, so it's steady.
Very stable.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's why I've still got it.
Okay, fair play.
Oh, bin. There's a lot of binning going on.
I couldn't emphasize enough how much I would bin that, so I had to bin 20 times or something like that.
Okay, I put Vape It. I like my top side. It's a okay. I've only got the single version, the 21700 single one, but
Yeah.
it is the ultimate lazy squonk, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Top fill. Yeah.
Yeah, top fill. Got a bloody great big 21700 battery in it.
Mm.
You just fill it
The
up
only
when you're
issue
ready.
is if you want to clean the bottle, you have to undo those screws. That's a little bit, but
and there we have it. The consensus is get in the bin.
bin it. But that's fair enough. Like I say, my choice was bin it or use it as my build station. So I chose that.
I'm starting to figure out this thing. Whatever's the complete opposite to whatever I put is usually the general consensus.
Number 3
Is that
then.
the threat? Yeah.
What is number 3, Perkins?
Number 3 is the HAR RTA.
Horror.
And I hope you'll like this image.
I can't see any broccoli.
Have you put it on the top side?
Yeah, I put it on the side.
What?
I thought I'd
And then-
really make a show of it. Yeah.
A non-squonk atty on the top side.
On the top side.
So
Like-
someone with a number as a name signed up just to watch you, Perky, apparently.
Oh, Perky, I signed up just for you.
Now,
You have a
whoever
fan.
that is,
Oh,
Be a female
sweet.
fan or...
do we need
I
to
mean-
do a live phone call?
Probably not.
I was going to say, I'm a little concerned that there's the entire phone number there as the...
I know. I'll be ringing that after the show. That's for
Maybe
sure.
that's an invitation.
Okay,
I
a
think
little
I'm
worrying.
in there.
Try looking it up. Maybe it's like your next door neighbor or something.
Yeah. Probably not. Probably not.
Get me on video, Chad. You've seen all of me anyway.
Oh, I know. It's,
Okay, that's
it's Cal. It's Cal J's. Yeah, I think.
Well, he
Yeah.
was on YouTube, so good thing you came over to Twitch, Cal. And...
Yeah. I did ask. I said he was chatting on there and no one was answering, so he said come to Twitch. So yeah.
It's so hard because there's such a longer delay on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Is that genuinely his phone number?
It must be, but why choose that as his username? I've no friggin' idea.
Cal, you need to make a different username.
I saw you commenting
pretty,
about Lemon
out
Crack.
there. Oh, it's very close. Come on,
It
last
is his
vote.
number.
Oh, what did I put? I can't remember what I put. I know what I mean.
There's no point changing it now, Cal. We've got it.
Screenshot.
Yeah.
Screenshot and
Oh.
everything.
There we go. So the consensus is Vape the cauliflower.
My only
broccoli.
annoyance with it is the main thing that annoyed the hell out of me. They fixed, but I now have to buy a new build deck to.
Yeah.
to,
Is that the O-ring? The lack of an O-ring on the deck? Yeah.
Mine pisses juice everywhere.
Does it? I never had that much of an issue, but I just put shitloads of cotton in there.
From what I can gather, it's something to do with tolerances, and a few
Yeah.
of them do it no matter what you do, and a few of them don't.
And they're not putting
Yeah.
that. Are they not putting that right?
They
Yeah,
are
they
putting
put an
that
O-ring
right.
on the new one on the deck.
But I've-
Chandler Alex has just given you the solution. You just buy an entire DLC version because you need a different.
Buy an entire DLC. Yeah, it's either that or 30 quid for the build deck to fix it.
You've got to pay for it.
Yeah. So I'm part of me's kind of going.
They'd have lost me as a customer at that point. But hey ho. Number
Yeah.
4 then. It'll be an
Number-
interesting one.
4. Oh, of course, the Delro. This may split opinion potentially.
And I know where I'm going with it.
Yeah,
So-
we
so-
all know where you're going with it, Mark.
So, given the conditions of this game, you could imagine you could have it in any color.
Alex has said sell it for $1,000.
I was going to say, whatever colour it came in, I'd flog the fucker.
No,
Yeah.
because I would get one in blue just to put it on the shelf.
What is? Okay, well, I'm missing something. Has it got a borrow in it or something?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
on the other side, yeah.
These
That
are-
was my white one with custom panels on it.
So it's basically a custom billy box.
but
Jay,
it is
I'll fight you.
with a very, very poor lipo in it.
Yeah, 1800 mAh lipo.
Yeah. I don't care about the batteries. Never
Um,
going to be used. It's just going to be sitting on the shelf next to all the Funko Pops.
Would you actually get a blue one then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blue frosted, I'd buy it on the spot.
Really?
I take
Yeah.
it. It's quite expensive
Not-
purchase.
not
a considered
retail-wise.
purchase.
Yeah, to purchase one actually from them themselves.
RRP.
It's about $400, I think.
Ooh.
Depending if you get the DNA 60 or the Dicode's BF 60, it's a bit more for the Dicode, about $50 more, I think.
Jay, it would turn X-rated, definitely. But it's a late night show, so have a faff.
Yeah, sell. Yeah.
There we go.
That
Two-thirds of us would flog it. And who'd blame you?
I saw one today being up for, I think it was $1,000.
Yeah, that's probably quite low. They can go for like 1,500 easy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for a white one, definitely.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people buy them just to sell as well.
Right.
Yeah,
That helps keep the keeps the price up, doesn't it?
Depot.
I think Hal is a bit sick of his name being his number.
Depot, I think's the only way.
Yeah, imagine if that was your actual name. My name is 07915.
Cal, FSTXP is J.
Cool. Right, our fifth and final.
Fifth and final is the Flashy Vapor 4.5. Seen there with the steam tuner's tank.
I'm sorry, that is going in the bin. And why am I putting it in the bin, people?
Well, it's
that fucking knurling. Look at it. It's horrific.
It's got multiple levels of knurling. Yeah.
Next
But
level.
look at that drip tip. Oh.
I quite like it. It looks a bit like a light bulb.
I do like that
It's
drip
great
tip.
for reading a book, but when I want to vape on it,
Well, sometimes that's what you need.
yes, Rick, the tag. Fuck that too.
Oh, there's a lot of binnage going on.
We've got split opinion.
Oh, it's close.
Oh,
Oh, Matt.
I do unthinkable things with that tip, says Cal.
And it would make
Thanks,
it
Cal.
very
Thanks,
uncomfortable.
Cal. Get in.
And we're
Oh,
killing
Cal's
it.
been in it.
Five,
I quite liked it.
4, 3.
Just because it's a bit different.
Oh, Ali.
Oh. I don't think Jay likes it.
I think Madsen and David, you were a bit too late with your votes. It was a vape.
40% vape. It's a vape.
Awesome.
Handful
Would have
of.
thought.
We've got a handful of new viewers this evening. If you'd care to hit that follow button, and those of you that wish to, please feel free to subscribe.
I will say, when you subscribe and when you renew your subscription, you get a very, very nice on-screen kind of GIF thingy of Carlson dancing and Chandler saying something rather peculiar.
The
only time he's ever said anything peculiar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. One of Chandler's peculiar things.
Cool. So how are we
One
doing?
off.
How are we doing for time then? I'm going to talk about very briefly. I'm not going to talk for too long.
Yeah. Go on, Mark.
Lindsay was sat
You're
beside
building
me.
up, you're ratcheting up the tension here, Mark.
I know.
Lindsay was sat
Hyping
beside
this
of me,
one up.
silent laughing. So I was like, so we have the Manic
Ooh.
from Waterphone.
Oh, look at that.
It looks like something from Vaporesso.
But also with
It's
the,
a bit.
Babe.
Oh,
What's that? What's that material?
that's very drag-esque, that, isn't it?
it's pleather.
Pleather. Pleasurable leather.
Decal, check in next week.
Take care. I was a big fan of the Vaporesso, the PM80, and then they did the PM80 Plus or Extra or whatever it was, and that took an 18650. This has got the built-in cell, so do they look somewhat similar?
Which one's the
There's a lot.
Which one's the Watofu?
This one,
Okay, sorry, I had to check. I couldn't tell.
but
Yeah, they look quite similar.
right with the Vaporesso had that lovely magnet,
Oh, nice.
something that Chandler had flipped with
Yeah,
and annoy the hell out of R. Kelly with.
yeah.
With the Waterfo, they're putting a lovely button on the front for you to eject.
Oh, that's great.
I rest my case.
Okay, yeah, that you don't need no say more.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's-
god.
Does come with a coil, interchangeable coils. Shit, everything's piss wet through now. And then to get it back on, soaking wet. Oh, there we go.
Is
Ooh,
that eject
satisfying
button?
click?
Yeah.
I don't
Is the
want this
eject
to
button? Is it in the place where you'd expect the fire button to be?
Kinda. If you look, positioning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just above the fire button.
Above the
Oh,
fire
shit.
button. Yeah. That's pretty bad.
So it came
David
with
is putting it in the bin.
So it came with the D11 and the D13. We'll have to guess on those, I guess. One's a 0.2. What?
0.2
Hang on. One's a 0.2,
in a pod.
45 to 55 watts. And the other one's a 0.2 at 37 to 43 watts.
Huh?
Huh? Different material, maybe.
Must be. But
But like, how? What's the battery in that one?
an 18650.
An 18650
Yeah.
for a 0.2 coil, like 55 watts.
But I've
That's not a pod in my book.
No.
it's just
It's a cloud chucker.
I do tend to like, and it is airy. And that was another thing with the Vaporesso. You'd actually got plastic bungs, so you could tighten off the rubber bungs in the airflow. Tighten it off.
Oh.
A bit archaic, but it worked. It worked nicely. With this, I've not worked out a way to control airflow. Other than
But I thought you didn't like RDL.
it's not.
We actually, Mark, there's an interesting question. Matt is asking, what are the dimensions of an 18650 battery?
Hang on, let me get my tape measure out.
Tell you what, have you, Mark, have you got a you got a set? Have you got a set of calipers? Because that'd do it.
What, top to bottom, yeah?
Yeah, that'll measure it.
That's the right way.
And you know what? Do you know when I pop that off? I think it's damaged something somewhere because I've got juice leaking all over the hockey.
So, are we putting it in the leak box
And
category?
it's piss wet through.
Oh, no.
Oh, nice.
What's the flavour like off it?
It's all right. It's good.
Yeah.
It's reasonable.
I don't think there's any excuse these days to have something that isn't. It's getting more and more a rarity to find something that's got bad flavour on it than it is to find something that's okay.
And it is.
Well, then you have gas mods who openly say decent flavor,
Decent flavour.
you know? So that's,
Yeah, it's definitely not restricted. This is as.
there's no way of controlling the airflow.
No. No way
No
at all.
way at all. Okay.
So
Well, no airflow control, so it's fully open. That's your lot.
it's bare clouds, bro, or nothing. Unless, hang on, let me.
Your fingers up there.
Yeah, you can, but you have to finger it.
Right.
The fill is at the top with a little rubber bung.
Is that the one with the internal battery?
No, this is the one with an 18650, if I dare show
Right.
the battery. But no, I am personally a big fan of Waterfo stuff. You know, from the early days, always did their own stuff. It was always
seems like a rush product to get on, to jump on the train of the.
I don't think they need to. There's
No,
enough
but
shit
that's
on
what
the
I'm saying.
market
It
without
seems
adding
like a
to
rush
it.
product, like PM80. What's it called? The smart one, as well. Aegis boost.
Perhaps I'm just not a.
I always wonder as well with these. I mean, what's the wattage range on the device? What's that one?
80 watts.
80 watts. Right. Okay. So what is the point of having an 80-watt device when it only takes proprietary pods, and the coils that you get for the pods only go up to the recommended maximum wattage is what? Did you say 45 watts for the for one of?
Well, 55 I'm running that at, and it seems to be
A bit high.
no, it's fine.
No, oh, it's okay, is it? I was going to say, what is the point of having a board that goes much, up to it certainly won't cope at 80 watts, will it?
Well, maybe they will make like a adapter so you can put your own on it.
Yeah, like an RBA.
Yeah, but there's a lot of devices like that have got it goes up to it runs up to 100 watts.
That's why my point is, it seems
and
like
the
a
pods,
rush product to jump on the train of those kind of.
Are there MTL coils available for it?
Not that I'm aware of.
Because I was going to say, I wonder whether they could have a different airflow, or is it not configured like that?
In the literature they sent, nothing other than that. Nothing other than is what it is. How to install the pod, how to take the pod out. Press and duck. I'm a fan of Waterfo. I do like, and usually you get a heads up a week, maybe two. We're sending you this. We're sending you something. Here's the information. Blah 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 blah. But this was literally, I got a DHL notification that something was on the way. And then 2 days after it arrived, I got an email saying, we're sending this out to you. Let us know what you think, sort of thing. So it did feel kind of rushed. I do like Waterfo products in general. I've got a lot of respect for what they do, but I'm sorry. This is so far. It tastes nice, don't get me wrong.
Bit of a hit and miss, and seems like a rush product where they could have maybe just done a little bit better and done it their own way, I would say.
I think so, but how many ways can you do that?
I don't know. At least consider maybe including like a 0.4 or 5 ohm coil in it, something like that.
Maybe.
Because when it is a pod mod, you can, make the coils make the difference.
Maybe
there must be other coils available, surely.
Literally, all they've got is these two coils at the moment. That's all that's available. Saying that, there's the D11, which is 45 to 55. The D13, which is 37 to 43. They're both 0.2. You've got the D14, which is also 0.2, 35 to 40. And you've got the D15, a single Clapton M coil, again 0.2 at 45 to 55.
So some of them are different in material, but basically the same vape?
Probably. I don't know. And I don't even think I'll get round to trying the other coils. I'm not.
Oh, well.
You're not enamoured with it at all, are you?
Not at all.
No.
I'm only vaping it because I don't want to waste the juice.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. Cool. Who's next? Who's going next? Martin? Chandler? Martin, you go next because I can I can go to the little boys' room while you're doing it, whereas I can't with Chandler.
Okay, that's worrying.
So, long awaited, being a big fan of the Caliburn. Still am. Long awaited, I got the Caliburn G last week.
Yay!
And then I, by accident, got a deal in a vape shop, and I picked up also the X-Ross.
Oh.
So, which in some circles are known as, was known as the Caliburn Killer. And comparing these three, I'll say, if we're speaking of rushed products, I'm a firm believer that this Caliburn G was rushed a bit, because nowhere in Europe, at least, with any distros, can you get the Caliburn with the two different coils that they advertise that they have made for it. So you get two 0.8 ohm coils, whereas they also make a 1 ohm coil. And those who know and like the Caliburn, they know that that came with a 1.4 ohm coil, but that the best, or like a pot, but that the best pots for it are the Cocoa pots, which are 1.2. So where the Caliburn differentiates, we've talked about it before, so it has 690 milliamp hours instead of the normal Caliburn, who has 520, I believe, so it has more power. But then again, with the 0.8, it's lower resistance, so you use up the power quickly.
Bit quicker.
It's a coil system, so you don't change the entire pod. I have mentioned before that supposedly the coils are based on the Valerian. They do have a slight difference, so you can't use the Valerian coils. If you see, there is like one of the sides is like straight. So there's only one way you can put in the coil.
Can you interchange them between the previous one, or are they different?
No, the old parts, they don't even fit or work in the Caliburn. You have airflow options in the sense that you have the airflow hole on one side here, and then on the bottom you have, if you can see on top, the small opening. So if you want it airy, you put where the opening is on the same side as the airflow hole, and then that's what they call like a direct lung vape. If you flip it around, it's a mouth to lung vape, much more restricted, and it actually does work. You would think, oh, the air would get around and go into the air hole as well. It actually does work. It makes it a lot more restricted. I think for me, I would like it just in between those two options. So I'm hoping that the 1 ohm coil on the open option will satisfy what I like, at least from the original Caliburn, which was the kind of restricted open in between thingy.
Which one do you prefer out of the two?
So out of the two, also because you see the mouthpiece, it's kind of different. It's more rounded. It's thicker. I prefer the original Caliburn. The extra milliamp hours you get out of it is kind of lost within the lower coil resistance. So that's kind of equivalent. It does charge fast. USB-C, that's a plus. If I were to choose between these two, I would still choose the old Caliburn at the moment with the coils available. Now, if we then bring in the Challenger or the Killer, as some have said, it's noticeably bigger and heavier. It has an airflow adjustment, as most of you may know, on the side or on the back. It is drawer activated as well as button activated. You can turn it off. Same capacity, closed pod system, but you know, it's not a pod mod, it's not coils. I'm actually liking this a bit more than I currently like the Caliburn G, which I was a bit surprised by. But if we do a comparison in what I like personally, I would still go with the old school OG Caliburn. This has amazing flavor, especially the cocoa pods. The other two, decent flavor. I feel that the Nick Salt, which I'm using 20 milligram Nick Salt in all of them. It does hit in a different way from both the X-Ross and the Caliburn G, where it gives more of throat hit than I get from the original Caliburn, where I feel it's like a smooth throat hit. I feel it's a little bit harsher on the throat hit than the two others, and not that much flavor.
But that be
It could
because of
be
the air.
could be a different type of Nick Salt they're using potentially.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm using in the OG Caliburn, I'm using the Just Juice, and actually in the two others, I'm using two different variants of Frucht, which I just got. But yeah, that could also be the issue. I did start by testing this with Just Juice as well, just to have a comparison, and it was still different.
Right.
And like the first 1 or 2 days, I constantly flipped between the open and the closed and back and forth because I couldn't make up my mind. So I'm hoping that they release their 1 ohm coils soon again, or soon. And this is not the first time that Uwell has rushed something. Their second batch of the Crown 3, they suddenly included 2 0.5 ohm coils. I don't know if they were suddenly in a rush, but they included like 2 of the worst coils they could even provide for that one. It was the same for the Crown 4 when they released that. They're like, oh, it's going to have mesh coils, but they didn't put any of the 2 mesh coils in the starter pack. Well, Uwell, love their products, love the durability of the coils, also compared to the amazing flavor it gives. It is mesh coils, which, yeah, that's pretty much become the standard now.
So
yeah.
what sort of battery life, having not owned one myself, what sort of battery life do you get out of the Caliburn? Do you have to charge it a lot?
No, I wouldn't say. I would say this one should last almost a day.
Right.
But of course, it depends on how much you vape and so on. But it could last almost a full day, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So that's my take on all 3. I would definitely actually still recommend all 3. I just like the original Caliburn best still. But the other 2, also very good. Definitely recommend them for both those who want some Nick Salts, or like it's a good starter kit also because it's easy to handle. We all experienced people starting with like Aspire Puck X, which is for a new vapor that wants to quit smoking. It's a Puck X. At least here in Denmark, it's the one you sell as a starter kit, but it's just so freaking difficult. Pods, it's easy. You fill it up, put it in, boom.
You see, the POC X for me, I never rated them. They weren't mouth to lung. They were.
It's just so difficult because it leaks, and the thing that you know, the tank section isn't detachable. You take off the glass and you can only fill to that slot, and it's too difficult for a new vapor.
You see, for me, Innokin T series, definitely the T18, the T22, when you could get them. Banging. And the coils were fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, Shay, I do believe that if you put this on the restricted mode, it is more restricted than the OG one, and in my book, too restricted.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on some pods.
Very good. I've got a question. Do any of you ever vape Nick Salts in anything other than pods? or have you ever?
I've tried it, but I deeply regretted it. It's simply I needed to be very restricted. Otherwise, it's.
Yeah.
I don't.
Because I was
Nick salts
I was
at
sort
all.
of considering, at the times when my throat gets a bit sore, of getting like a lower MG Nick salt, whether that'd work in like an
You could try
RTM.
with like a 10, 11, or maximum 12, but I wouldn't start out at 20.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That I'd probably thinking about 10 mg.
Mesh coils. Mesh coils. I noticed the Nord mesh coil that I got for the billet box. It's a much smoother vape. It's not as hot.
You see, I've been using
Less harsh. I first thing I wanted to do with it was up nick level because I wasn't getting the.
Yeah, like
Have
the
they
hit.
fixed the
I
how's
wasn't
the
getting the hit
durability
from
on
it.
those ones?
Yeah.
Is durability okay? Because we all know that Smog are known for lack of durability on their coils.
I'll let you know on that, seeing as I've only vaped it for a day,
Okay.
so it's fine after a day. But what's that?
I've been using those in the billet box.
What's that?
Innokin gems.
What bridge do you need for them?
I use the one that comes from. It is the KRV bridge.
Oh.
KRV did an Innokin bridge, and again the Innokin coils are banging.
Is that is that mouth to lung though?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you mouth to lung. Yeah,
No, it's a
yeah.
1.6 coil, so
Yeah.
Cool.
I suppose. Yeah, I think what I was experimenting with. I know I'm not going on holiday anytime soon, but when I go on holiday, I prefer to take stock coils with me rather than because I can't take a build kit because it would get if you go on a cruise you can't take scissors or stupid pointy things on. They won't let you.
you see,
Yeah.
for me, that our last holiday, I took the K-Fun. What was it? What's the newest one?
Light?
Was it the Prime?
Light?
Isn't there a new version of the Prime?
No, this was
the Prime
This was over a year ago. The Light, whatever it was.
Yeah, the light. Yeah.
2019 light. Yeah.
The K-Fun 22 mil because they did a 22 and a 24, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
22. I took a couple of those OBS cubes,
Mm.
cotton juice. That was it. Had a coil of popped, I'd have been screwed. But no, it was nice to not faff around.
I had my build kit. We went on a cruise. I had my build kit confiscated, and when my cotton needed changing, I went to the jeweller's that was on board ship and said, "Do you have any small screwdrivers?"
They'll let you do it.
And they went, "Yeah, here you go." I says, "I'll bring it back." And he says, "Don't worry about it. Keep it." You know, he just gave me a small set of, your cheapy set that you get from Poundland, small screwdrivers. And he went, "Yeah, that's fine. Off you go."
So they let you have them once you're aboard. You just can't take them aboard.
Yeah, couldn't take it. I think it might have been the scissors that were in it, the foldable scissors. But
why didn't they just take the scissors off you then?
Yeah.
they took the whole damn kit. It was annoying. But there we are.
You must have done an assessment of you.
Yeah.
They x-rayed the suitcase. They saw it, and that was it. Gone.
Was it in hand luggage then, or?
No, it was in my suitcase.
Oh, of course, because you're going on a cruise. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's on a boat.
It's the same thing that when you go through security and then after security, you can go to a steak restaurant and you can smuggle out a huge steak knife and bring it on board. A journalist once did that in Denmark. He ended up being convicted for it.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, he was just making a point that why go through security when you could go to a steakhouse after security.
Yeah, and bring a
You can
knife.
bring
on
that
board.
aboard and use it if you want to.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Tangent. Never mind.
Cool. I think I'm going to hold on to my modder that I was going to talk about until next week. Are we going to do the same with you, Chandler? We got 15 minutes.
We got 15 minutes. I don't think we'll get through that.
No.
We need to see your pictures from Instagram channel.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Let's.
I can't remember what I put. Wait, let me go into it. Let me go into my messages.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, I've got a few Facebook. That one. There we go.
So, Chandler, which quirky things have you found during the week?
I found a few quirky things, and you found a few quirky things for me.
I think I only found one this week for you.
Yeah, you found one for me. So,
But it's quirky enough. Definitely.
oh yeah, definitely. Mark, should we go for coil of the week?
Let's go
We'll
for
the
coil of
coil
the week.
first. Always go for the coil first.
There we have Coil of the Week.
And I'll just count to 5 while my Twitch feed catches up.
Ooh.
Oh, I think I'll refresh my Twitch, seeing as you're going ooh, and I still can't see it.
My what's it called? My OCD likes this because it's fairly simple, but
It's very simple, and I don't know why I've not thought of doing this before. But yeah, it's a dual. Is that a velocity deck with the two posts at the top and bottom?
It looks like it.
Yeah, basically, instead of just having one coil across, they've just put one coil in each leg, so it's a quad.
Yeah.
Quad coil.
Yeah, they called it a Tengu 4-coil build.
But how many people will not realise that by putting 4 coils in,
Your resistance
It's going to be very low indeed.
your resistance is going to get knocked down by half again. Yeah. So obviously, in order to get coils to fit, you're going to have to make them fairly small.
But
So your resistance is going to be quite low on the coil anyway.
honestly, that also looks like it could be like between 0.8 and 1 ohm. So that would mean 0.2 to 0.25.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was about to say about 0.2. That was where I was heading with that. Oh, wrong button. Yeah.
2 coils not in the negative and 2 in the positive. No, because on this one, the top bar, the top strip across the top of the mod is positive, and the one at the bottom is negative. So when you do it like that,
Matt, is that like saying what 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink?
No,
That's
2 in the
that's
pink
the
and 2 in
equivalent.
the stink.
yeah.
It's why do you think it's Star Trek?
Oh dear, behave.
Custard.
Oh yeah, go for custard because this is an interesting one. Yeah, let's do them in alphabetical order, shall we? Custard. Right, this is a bit of a sneak peek, I think, because they've literally just spotted this on Instagram. There was a little video that went with it, but I thought rather than basically the video was just them unscrewing. I'm sure you can work out what that is. It's the 510 adapter for a billet box.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it? It looks like the world's smallest fidget spinner.
Yeah, fidget spinner. But yeah, there's the coil 1. If you do coil 2, it's Mark. It's a
Custard
kind of-
You're saying it's a 510 adapter?
sorry, not file 1, custard 2.
It isn't more like a what the hell?
That's the bottom. It's Martin. You're not into your billet boxes, are you? I don't think I've got.
Martin,
but
that's the stink
Isn't it
end.
more like a flush nut? It's not a 510 adapter.
At the top.
It's the flush. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
flush.
it's a flush nut. It's
Yeah.
not a 510 adapter, no?
Well, yes, because you put your 510 in it, don't you?
Oh yeah, 510 drip tips. Okay, of course. I was thinking like a 510.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Your 510 drip tip adapter. Sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, so I've got a feeling that Custard Mods must be having something in the pipeline that's going to take a borrow. Which
That's interesting because custom mods, they are good mods, decent priced.
Yeah, I mean they've just. It was only a week or two back when I showed you the custard side by side, so I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, but that wasn't side by side. You know, you can't
yeah.
blame them for that. So
No, can't blame them for that at all. No, there we go. So, what?
There we go. I don't know what happened there.
No idea.
you fell out.
But yeah, I wasn't, because they'd done the side by side. I wasn't expecting them to come out with anything new anytime soon. I thought they'd let that kind of settle in first. But he's then thrown this up, so it's actually got because that nut is part of the circuit, isn't it? It relies on it being screwed into the aluminium billet box, so that the outer casing of the billet box is.
Yeah, it's like the negative connection, isn't it?
Yeah, so as you can see, that's plastic, that it's a 3D printed bit that it's going into. It's actually got a screw on the side, so I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm assuming you screw that in, and then that screw is where it picks up the completes the circuit. I don't know whether you'll have to screw it in to get it to connect, or whether they'll have an insert inside, but one way or the other. Yeah, there you go.
Interesting, because that's, you know, just doing a borrow mod, you know, they have to think outside the box and do something different about it, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Oh yes. Mod 1's next.
Oh, sorry. I was too busy stroking my beard.
That's all right.
Mods 1.
I'm glad you added my beard. So
Mod 1, yeah.
It could have been something else.
Mod 1. I'm guessing this one's Martin's because it's the only one that's cropped properly.
Yeah, an easy identifier.
This is the one that Martin sent for me.
And we had I think we had what you would categorize as a funny conversation about what was most atrocious.
Martin sent me this, right? He sent me this, and I looked at it, and my reply was, I think the drip tip's a bit over the top. And Martin's reply was,
adios, motherfuckers.
Just,
that's not my cue.
Yeah, Martin went just the drip tip.
just
So the two tanks are fine. It's the drip tip that's bothering you.
Not mine. It's a picture I found on Facebook.
Yeah, no.
What bothers me is I know that brand on those tanks. I know those, but I can't remember for the life of me which brand it is.
They look like the Limitless RDTAs.
That's
the one.
Everyone had that like 3
I was going to
years
say,
ago.
is it the Limitless ones? Yeah. Fabulous.
And I wear shorter shorts or mini skirts, so that couldn't possibly be my photo.
And then I saw, and my counter to that was I posted Martin a picture back that I'd seen on Facebook just this week. So if you could put mod 2 up, please, Matt. I cannot for the life of me remember what the mod is called. But basically, it's the same thing.
Just no need.
It's the same principle. Besides the fact that I think these do they take all kinds of RDAs?
No, they're proprietary. Those tanks are
drip
fixed,
tip.
I think.
Drip tip is nowhere near the quality of the other drip tip that had like a skeleton with the hat as. So.
It's
But
just nowhere near that skeletonness.
Yeah, and I think the other one was more mech than this one's got a board.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, that one's mech. The other one the other one's got a board, and you've got it tells you the different resistance for each of the ATIs and everything. It's really cool.
There's also the Tesla one.
Yeah, the CP couples. Yeah,
Why can't I find this one? Oh, yes. No, this is the CP couples
Yeah.
from Tesla 6. But Tesla also made a bi-turbo mech, which looks a lot like their CP couples.
But did it come with the turbo RDA?
Yeah, I believe it did.
Do you remember that bad boy?
So, was that the one with the
Woo!
it got the fan in the top? So when you actually stopped vaping, the fan kept spinning, so it still chucked vape out when you stopped sucking on it.
Do you remember them as
No.
a kid? The things you used to suck on them, and they used to go. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
It was like that.
I had an asthma inhaler that did that. Anyway, there you go.
Was it meant to do that?
Yes, it was an asthma inhaler that it was different to the ones that you squirt now. It had got a tablet with powder in it.
Grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're going in the wrong direction.
For the kids, you could get a thingy that you put on the end that whistled when
Enough of kids. Moving on.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Oh, it's an asthma inhaler. What? Right. Next one. I can't remember what I called it. Skull.
A kazoo, Matt. I don't think it's a kazoo. I think that's the one you like play music with by blowing
Kazoo.
it.
Yeah, you hum through it.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh. That's a dwarf.
I was looking at the mod. To be fair,
Oh.
it's a one of one. I'm actually not sure who's made it. To be fair.
Some bloke.
Yeah, but basically, it's a clear. It's got a skull engraved on the side. It's not that clear.
But it is clear.
Smart ass.
It's not that clear, but it is.
Yeah, basically in the post he went, "This is the clear edition that you'll never be able to buy. They will be releasing a white and a black version." But the clear one's not going to go into production. But
Why would you?
Fashion DNA 60 or
I think so. Yeah, I think it's a DNA, that one.
seems like a very wide mod for just a board and a tube.
You can
You know?
see. Well, I mean, you can see underneath it. You can see there's a wire
Yeah.
behind the board, and you can see the what. I'm pointing at the screen
No, I get
again.
what you. That's what I mean. It's very wide for a mod that has those two
Single
things.
battery. There's almost room for another battery under
There's
where that
almost
wire
room-
is.
room for a squonk tube.
Does
Yeah.
that not look like a vinyl roof in the NCP car park on top of an old MG midget or something?
Yeah, it probably is.
Doesn't it?
It actually does. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Anyway, there you go. That caught my eye. And my final spot was mod showcase on Facebook.
Good evening, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
It's the one called
With
Squonk.
2 minutes to go.
On time.
Yeah, it couldn't. Yeah, perfect.
That is
2
the
minutes.
DDP Evo on the mod.
Oh,
Austin Princess.
I'm not sure about
It is the DDP Evo. Or is it the armor?
I don't know. Don't you think that?
Do you want me to zoom in?
It looks like a DDP Evo, the gold version.
Don't you think the mod's got a little bit Marilyn Monroe in a
that. I
one-piece
think
swimsuit?
the fire button looks like a nipple.
It does.
But that's a G Prov, right? Oh, that's an armor RTA.
I love
Looks
the
like an
curves. I really do like the curves and the fact that the tank is nestled and hugged, embraced by the mod.
But
I don't
look
know. It's like close to being really nice, but just not quite.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's definitely a DDP Evo. You can see from the encasing just being around the coil inside.
You see, for me,
Using the bullet coils, very nice coils, but the issue is the tank only has 1.7 milliliters of capacity.
It's a bit shit.
to
It
me,
is.
right, I look at a mod because I'm a clumsy twat.
That's gonna fall over.
It's not the falling over. You know, I'll happily knock any of my mods over. I've got no issue with that. But that lip is gagging to be cracked.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's
Round
going to
it.
get a few knocks
Round
that
the
into
tank.
it.
Just smooth it off. Send it with a beauty ring. Jobs are good, and I think that
Yeah.
that
there a
lip round the
G
top's
code
just
or not?
unnecessary.
Or a slightly recessed 510.
It reminds me
Slightly
of a
recessed
G-code one.
510 is nice.
I'm not sure how comfortable it'd be as well to fire it with it being, you know what I mean?
You see, I'd
Right,
fire
yeah.
that with a finger. I wouldn't do it with a thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have my hand. I'd have my fingers over the board, and yeah, I'd use my finger, trigger finger.
Really?
Yeah. On that, no, yeah, I would have the
'Cause it's quite
Button.
thick, isn't it? Like width-wise, yeah.
button skywards, and hold it like that.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
It
It might
it's
fit the
interesting.
other way around.
It's definitely interesting.
It just looks a little cumbersome.
It's certainly the craftsmanship gone into making that.
It actually, if you look at it side on, it actually looks a bit like a lady's shoe.
Hang on.
It's got this
Coming back.
this sleekness about it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It does. But it's also
Like
because of like the
Dorothy's
overlap
slipper.
between the different kinds of wood is really smooth. You know, you don't see like an edge from when it goes from the light wood into the red wood.
Yeah. It's an acquired taste.
I'm being picky, but I'd want the button to be flush as well. As much as I like a perky nip,
Of course. Don't we all?
I'd sooner it be a
Yeah.
flush.
I would much. Yeah.
My
Definitely.
other question is, where's the up and down buttons for the board?
On the
Must be
bottom.
underneath.
Bottom.
On the bottom.
Yeah.
One of my biggest
Gotta
bugbears
be.
ever.
Underneath.
Yeah. When you have to adjust your mod like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you turn it upside down and you get that little drip that it doesn't necessarily come out of your drip tip, but just when you come
Just
to
dribble,
have a vape,
Yeah.
you come to have a vape, and then you get that.
Yeah. Are you used to little dribbles now, Chandler?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, I've hit that age.
He had the right action there. He's very used to it.
More of a.
Echo.
On that note,
On that
that
note,
is what I've seen on social media this week. I can't say Instagram anymore. There was a load of Facebook crap in there as well.
yeah, well, it's all the same old.
Oh, imagine it blue or natural wood, Martin.
Ooh.
If it was blue, would that change it for you?
What kind of blue?
If it was
blue.
made out of
It would
Juma, Martin.
Just the color doesn't change it for me because I don't do blue wood as well. I don't like the shape of the mod, so even if it was blue Juma, then no, I wouldn't get it. I
Delrin.
don't like the shape of the mod, and as Mark says, that lip is just begging to be cracked, either it being an edge in there or not.
What about if it was blue anodized aluminium?
No.
I need to go back and look and imagine it.
How much? Did it say how much it
I think
is?
that's it for tonight, guys.
Yep.
Thanks for the guys joining us over on YouTube. Thanks for you that joined us here on Twitch. Thanks again for gracing us with your company, Perkins.
You're very welcome. Great.
Be sure to check in on Friday for our stupid quiz number, I don't know how many, because it's a special Halloween edition. And
Ooh.
in addition to the fact that it's Lindsay who's done the quiz, there's been a demand, there's a requirement that we have to dress up. So just
Oh,
being there to see that makes it worth it.
Lindsay just looked at me and went, "We need to get you something."
I love the fact that it was Lindsay's requirement, and she's just gone to Mark. Oh yeah, costume.
So for those of you who haven't watched us on Fridays, and maybe some are back in, that's of course for a bad reason, but back in lockdown and so on, come join us. Either just watch us and fall asleep like Phil does, partake.
What's the quiz topic? Is it like Halloween themed?
Halloween
or-
based this week.
It's Halloween
Nice.
theme, but I'm thinking still like the general around music and movies and series and adverts and yeah, but it's always good fun and 9 p.m. UK time on Friday. And on that note,
Thank you very much for joining us. Those of you that want to step in after the show, as soon as I run credits, I will put the Zoom link in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us. We will see you Friday. Thanks for paying. Thanks for playing. Adios, motherfuckers.
Cheers, bye.
Oh.
VTUK.